or whatever you want to call it. It's nice to see already a few of you online. I hope the rest of the class actually pops up a bit later, just so you guys know what I look like. I just want to, before I open up the camera, okay, behind me doesn't look too bad. This is me, Tian Jacobus Fourie. Yes, I am Afrikaans. Yes, I do have a snore because I'm a father. So I think that's part of the deal. If you want to know a bit about me, I studied at Nelson Mandela University. I went over to study my honors at Varsity College, enjoyed it thoroughly, much more than a public university. Um, this got my honors degree a year before COVID, struggled to find like a full-time job, started lecturing at Varsity College from 2020 and now 2025, and still lecturing at Varsity College. Luckily, Varsity College Online also allowed or well started growing significantly. So I had the privilege of joining the online as including the Varsity College Nelson Mandela Bay Port Elizabeth campus. Um, just in terms of how it's going to work today, if you guys have any questions, obviously the chat is available. I want you guys to ask questions. I want you guys to ask many questions. I want it to be more interactive as opposed to me actually lecturing. That's why it's also very important that you prepare before classes as well. If you listen to any successful person in almost any field, that being your field, LLB, becoming lawyers, or otherwise business managers, CEOs, or billionaires, is that they prepare, they plan effectively. They prepare even if it's 5 or 10 minutes before a meeting like this Collab recording, just to know what we're going to cover before the recording. But obviously, if you prepare better, you be able to better ask questions as well. So just on that, um, are there any questions so far, guys? You can see my email is there if you guys ever have any other questions, tifuri@varsitycollege.co.za. I usually answer within 24 hours, working hours. I don't check my emails over the weekend that regularly, so usually from Monday to Friday you'll catch me, but I sometimes reply over weekends as well. Okay. 10 learning units for business management. Don't feel overwhelmed. And learning units 1, 7, 8, 9, and 10 aren't that big. They're smallish learning units. For your, I'll double check with your assignments. I believe you guys have 2 assignments as opposed to the on campus where they have a test and an assignment. I believe the first assignment is for the first 4 learning units, and the second assignment is learning units 5 and 6. But you guys can confirm that on the pairs as well. Hopefully you guys have downloaded the pairs. Okay, there we go. So we will apply the theory to a business you will build throughout the year, this semester and next semester, if you guys continue with business management. Why do I want to do that? It's just because I want you guys to be able to practically apply and understand what is required in a business and how a business actually operates, as opposed to looking only at the theory. So what I want you guys to keep in the back of your mind so long is, what type of business do you want to open? Now, I think for most of you, if not all of you, it's quite easy. Maybe you guys all want to open up your own law firms, or maybe not even a law firm per se, but maybe a consultancy type of uh, law firm business where you specifically consult businesses on their business operations, maybe labor relations or the Companies Act in general. But I want to keep that in the back of your mind. It doesn't have to be to do with anything with law. Maybe you just want to think of opening up a business that you could make money on in the interim before you become a fully fledged lawyer. after your LLB and your articles. So I want you to keep that in the back of your mind. I also do this because in your assignment and your exam, you need to apply all the theory. And we're going to go in a bit of detail a bit later, but it's not enough to just use your textbook. You also need to apply the information from your textbook. Just in the intro, guys, I was hoping a few more of you guys would join. Do you guys have a WhatsApp group with everyone, all the LLB students, or at least all the online students available?
Hi, good evening. As far as I know,
Sorry,
available.
sorry,
If
your
it is,
connection
please share the
very weak.
details.
Sorry, I can't really hear what you're saying. I'm not sure if it's the same for everyone else.
It's the same on my side too, a little scratchy.
Okay.
Can you hear me well?
I can hear the rest of you. Do you guys know if there's a WhatsApp group for you for the LLBs?
Well, as far as I know, I don't know of one. Maybe there is that I'm just not aware.
Yeah,
Okay. Do you guys know if you guys have a class representative yet?
Not to my knowledge, no.
Okay. And do one of you mind maybe starting a WhatsApp group, and you guys can share that group in chat so that you guys can just communicate, even if it's a LLB group for business management specifically, you guys can chat maybe about this and your degree in general. One of you willing to start a WhatsApp group?
Okay, I'll do it.
Okay, thank you very much, Kaylin. There we go. So just okay, sorry, I just want to say, I can't see your name. You logged in with your student number. Your camera is on. I'm not sure if you want it on or not. ST10469713. It's fine if it is on. Just letting you know that your camera is on. Otherwise, thank you for creating that WhatsApp group. Hopefully she'll just share the link, and if you guys want to join, you can join. I think it's just very important that you guys build that relationship with each other and support each other throughout this 4-year process, as I believe you guys are first years. And as you continue with, well, the slides, just an example for learning Unit 1, the business world, is just a basically introduction to the business world, especially as it links to South Africa. We're going to have a bit of a discussion on how you can build a business associated with that. And as we continue, what are our expectations for this module? Well, firstly, I expect you to have a notepad open, or at least your laptop with a Word document or other documents so you can take notes. Note-taking is very important. Well, in any part of life, but especially for business management, because it is theory intensive. But while you guys are doing law, so most of your modules are theory intensive. But note taking is important because it's one of the best ways you can actually learn as a person. Obviously, we are human beings, and iteration is important, meaning you have to keep going through and well, the textbook and other examples to understand it thoroughly. However, things like taking notes, making summaries after class or of the learning units are also very important just for your understanding and then make it easier for you to study. You must know the theory from the textbook, all your answers, guys, every single answer in all of the 6 hours tasks in your assignments and your exam are in your textbook. However, even if you get your textbook answer perfect for your assignment, for example, the most you can actually achieve is 50%. Where you get the other 50% is application. You have to apply it either to a scenario, a business, or the case study. if they usually have case studies in business management. But application is as important as understanding the theory. And yes, you require references. And just as a heads up, guys, your referencing is the Harvard style referencing for business management, the Harvard Anglia style. It's available on the IE's library, so download that referencing guide so you know how to reference. It's not the same as your other modules we use. Not sure what that the law referencing style, what's called again, but there's no footnotes in Harvard style. You reference, and I'll go through it in the next Collab in a bit more depth. But there's no footnotes. You just have in-text references with your reference list. Any questions regarding the referencing? Yes, I see your hand is up, Kaylin.
Sorry, it's not regarding the referencing.
Okay.
I'm unable to chat. My chat option like faded out.
Okay, that's quite odd. Are you logged in with your student account, or you logged in with your Gmail account?
No, with my student, I got the link on the portal.
Okay, that's quite odd. Can anyone else confirm if they can use the chat? Might actually just be a setting on my side. Okay, Tristan says you can use the chat. Mohammed as well. Sorry if I butchered your name. Okay, so Kaylin, it might be on your side. I'm not sure if you want to maybe just log a ticket after class and ask maybe IT or if you have the contact details for IT, that there might be something wrong with your profile, your student profile, that you're not able to chat on the type in the chat. But otherwise, you're more than welcome, obviously, to use the mic at any time, guys. And I actually appreciate if you guys would raise your hand and use the mic as opposed to me talking for an hour. So just as an example of what I just said, usually a 10-mark question, 5 marks goes to theory. 2 marks usually for application, and the remainder 3 marks for a 10-mark question is linking the application to the theory. So the example that you use needs to link to that information from your textbook, and this for an assignment usually should be referenced as well. Your application should be referenced. So is he just for the future? Not sure what you mean, Tristan. Maybe you can elaborate on that. Assessment expectations. Our stars count 10% of your final mark. That is a distinction or a pass waiting to happen, meaning that if you don't complete at least 4 hour stars, and all 6 hour stars are aimed at understanding the content of learning units 1 to 10. So it's very important for your assessments. However, this could mean that you either pass or not, or you get a distinction or not. And getting a distinction is for business management is both the easiest and most difficult thing to do. Some people don't take business management seriously, and it shows in their marks, and some of them unfortunately fail. And those who do take it seriously can do well and can get a 75% or higher. If you expect to do very well, I want you to aim for 85, 90, 95, or even 100%. Okay, no problem. Thank you, Tristan. It's easy marks, and all 6 hour tasks are auto-graded tests. The first one will be available at 7 p.m. tonight. It's going to be due, I think, either by the end of this week or the end of next week. I think I made it the due date the 5th of March. You guys can also just check when the due dates are on the semester outline, available also on ARC. This will be auto-graded test, so you'll get your feedback immediately after the test if you got it right or not. And as per your assignments, I want you guys to aim for 75%. Your assignment, you must use credible sources. Can anyone tell me what is a credible source? What is an example of a credible source? If I'm saying you need to use credible references. Anyone know what credible references, even if you type it into chat? What would be an example? Like the
Sorry,
different.
I don't mind answering,
Yeah.
sir.
Thank you.
I suppose it would be something with regards to possibly a studied case or a case study that's credible. But I'd assume that Wikipedia wouldn't be credible.
Yes, so Wikipedia isn't credible. Why Wikipedia isn't credible, that's quite easy, is because I can go and make an edit on a page on Wikipedia, and I'm not sure what the actual criteria is for it to be accepted or not, but it's usually to do with if enough people says it is so, it is so on Wikipedia. So it doesn't necessarily have to be someone, an expert or someone knowledgeable about the topic. That is the first way of, yes, Nta, I'm not sure if I said your name correctly either, but our textbook is a credible source. There we go. Thank you, Kaylin. Guys, please, if you want to, and this is voluntary, Poppy Act and all of this, join the WhatsApp group and just chat with each other on the WhatsApp group. Thank you, Kaylin. Credible source. So yes, someone that is an expert in the field would be considered a credible source, like your textbook. An academic source is basically a step above a credible source, almost. Obviously, academic source is credible, but that would be journal articles. Journal articles are references from authors that wrote these journals that actually also conducted the research. These are primary sources. The people that wrote the articles are the people that conducted the research. They went out and interviewed people. They went out and surveyed a few hundreds or sometimes even a few thousand or tens of thousands of people. They collected that data, analyzed the data, and presented the findings. Journal articles are your best source, and obviously, as LLB students, you'll quickly learn journal articles is very useful as additions to case law and stuff like that for your research as well, or your studies at Varsity College in general. Yeah, so journal articles, and then for your test, that's 50 marks, but you guys don't write tests, so don't worry about that. Exam is 100 marks, and then your 2 assignments are 100 marks as well. Please spend enough time and prepare sufficiently for your assignments, guys. You won't be able to do well in your assignment if you start that assignment a day before. I promise you guys, it is going to take some time. It's going to take some, and we are going to go through the each assignment, and we're going to go through parts of the textbook where you can find some of the answers. But it's very important that you guys prepare. I think usually for the assignment, on the front page of the assignment, it says it would take you up to 10 hours to complete the assignment. Usually students don't take 10 hours to complete the assignment because they want to do it as quickly as possible. But just make sure that you start as early as possible where you feel comfortable with the assignment. And then outside that, I believe your exam is written on campus or at the venue. I'll confirm that again with the PAS, but for that you need to actually study, but we'll go through different study techniques and the chapters that you need to study for that as well. And our goals for the semester: first goal, participation. I want you to join all the collabs. It's only an hour per collab. Please, guys, this will only benefit you. You'll never leave my collab without learning something new or understanding something new regarding business management or whatever you need to know in the textbook. Please complete all 6 ICE tasks. These ICE tasks are all aimed at you doing well in your assessments and understanding the module. Yes, most of it is like multiple choice questions, true and false questions and stuff like that, but I mixed in a few other assessment-based questions on how to answer assessments and tests and stuff like that, or exams, and your assignment questions and how to reference, just to make it easier for you to understand as well. So these auto-graded ICE tasks are very important. And again, if you have any questions, please raise your hand during our collabs. Type in chat if you can, and email me if you have any further questions. Our next goal, outside participation, academic, at least 75%, aim for at least 75% for your ICE tasks. I want you guys to do well in your ICE tasks. And this is a warning, if you guys don't at least achieve 50% for your ICE tasks, I'm not going to count it towards your 10% for your final mark. So I need to at least see that you are trying to do well and attempting to complete the ICE tasks. So if I see 4 out of the 6 ICE tasks you barely got, or you didn't achieve 50%, I'm only going to give you for the 2 marks for the 2 ICE tasks that you actually did achieve 50%, meaning you get 5 out of the 10%. And everyone should aim to pass this module, guys. Please, even though hopefully I'm going to enjoy this semester with you guys, I don't want to see you guys back here next year. Please. I want everyone to pass this module and do as good as well as you can. I want you all to aim for 75% or higher, if possible, and aim for 100% for each of your micro assessments. Have you guys seen the micro assessments on ARC yet? Yes, no? Just do a thumbs up if you guys seen those micro assessments yet. It's like this. Okay, do you see 1 thumbs up? Thank you, Enrico. Thank you, Tristan. So I think usually these are like 5 marks, 5 questions, short questions based on the theory of the content. If you go on to ARC, you'd see each learning unit 1 to 10 is there, and each theme would have 5 multiple choice questions or similar questions that's aimed at that theme in the learning unit. So I'm guessing there's about anywhere between 20 to 25 micro assessments you can do as well as you go through the activities on Learn, all aimed at improving your understanding. What is the opportunity cost of each of these goals? Can anyone tell me what opportunity cost is? Maybe those of you who had economics in high school. Anyone know what opportunity cost is? Yes, James, what's opportunity cost?
So basically, it would be like the cost for doing something now instead of doing something else. So for example, if you're putting the time and effort to get 100% for each micro, that cost would either be potentially maybe not going out with friends or playing video games.
There you go, guys. Yes, that's very well said. It's what you would have done instead of doing your work, completing your assignment, doing the micro assessments, completing the ICE tasks and doing well in the ICE tasks. It's the time that you lose maybe with your friends, playing video games, playing sport, or whatever it might be. It's all about prioritization. Any of you know, I see actually there's another hand up. If I'm saying your name correctly, do you want to use the mic? Not sure if you want to use the mic or not. I see you unmuted yourself, but I couldn't hear anything. Okay, maybe just type it in chat if you have any questions or want to share anything. I'm not sure if your mic works or not. Okay, we have another person coming in. Fantastic. Okay, welcome. Okay, guys. So Any of you know who Alex Hormozy is, by chance? Hormozy, Alex Hormozy. Not sure if anyone knows, but he is a billionaire from America. He became quite popular the past year or two. He actually has a YouTube channel as well where he helps mostly entrepreneurs, business managers, owners and stuff managing their businesses. He's had obviously a few businesses, had a few failures. I think two of his largest businesses now that he's public about is school, where he actually assists in different workshops, business owners or entrepreneurs to expand or scale their business. He also has another business, acquisition.com. But either way, if you are interested in business management or related stuff about entrepreneurship, just go and give him a Google or a YouTube. I'll just type his name in chat, Alex Hormozy. He does not look like a billionaire. He's about in his 40s. He looks like he should be in the gym or something like that. Sorry, my mic isn't working. No problem. And was up to answer opportunity cost question. Okay, no problem. Thank you for trying to attempt to answer. Hopefully your mic works later in the session or by our next Collab. So Alex Hormozy, one of the things he says is, and he believes it's one of the most important things as an entrepreneur and being successful, is prioritization. Prioritization, and even someone like Jordan Peterson, not sure if you guys heard of him as well. He's a psychologist from Canada, became very popular the past 5 or 6 years. He also talks about prioritization, but to be successful, if you in life become very busy in terms of your family, career, etc., etc., you need to start prioritizing stuff. You need to prioritize the stuff that is most important. In business management, you prioritize the stuff that make the most money. Why do you prioritize the stuff that make the most money? Because you want to make money, you want your business to make money, you want your employees to be well off, you want to grow your business, do better, grow, etc. But you need to prioritize the stuff that actually makes money. And while Alex Hormozy gives tips to other business owners, etc., he usually asks them, what part of your business is making money? Okay, why don't you spend more time and resources on that part of the business so you can grow that part of the business so you can make more money? And then he says that if this other stuff doesn't make money, either cut it or don't grow it, don't spend time on it. So prioritize your time, guys. Opportunity cost. Think of what is the most important thing for you and prioritize that. And hopefully, business management would be one of those top priorities. So learning unit 1, the business world. How does the business world influence what type of product you would sell? What is a market economy? Do you guys believe South Africa is a market economy? Yes or no? You guys can quickly type in chat, market economy. South Africa one. I see a thumbs up. Tristan agrees. Anyone agree or disagree? Anyone that says we're not a market economy? Yes, we're not a pure market economy. I think I would agree a bit with that. Yes, we are a market economy. I would say we are probably more market economy than anything else, just because, well, you guys are sitting here in class at a private institution, paying fees to a private institution to sit here in class. So we are part of a market economy, but I would agree that we're probably not a pure market economy. There are a lot of programs and stuff in South Africa that leans towards even communism, but probably more socialism, where the state has more say what we can and cannot do. For example, Eskom, our power is going off here in Port Elizabeth or Kaibega at 12 o'clock tonight again. So that's all to do with a state-owned entity, and I would prefer, me personally, my opinion, guys, not too controversial, hopefully, that there could be more private generators of electricity and energy in South Africa. And I'm quite not unopposed to nuclear power as well. I think actually I prefer nuclear power just because of its stability and its relatively low cost over the long term. But again, a lot of people disagree with me. And hopefully some of you disagree with me and we are going to raise your hand now and debate me. The 4 different elements: human activities, production, exchange, and profit. That's the basic parts of a market economy, of how we operate in the business world, or how businesses operate. Human activities, production, exchange, profit. As we talked about the opportunity cost earlier, one thing is exchanged for another thing. Your time here in class is exchanged by not being with your family, sleeping, being on TikTok, or whatever it might be. So it's very important while you guys are here listening to this collab and spending this short hour with me, that you guys take notes and take in everything and are willing to raise your hand and everything. And I want to say thank you to everyone who's been typing in chat, raising your hand and wanting to chat with me. Very happy about that. And what you should know from this chapter: profitability, stakeholders, what sustainability is, and resources, and the actual transformation process. You guys can see a very basic diagram, figure 1.1 of the transformation process. A bakery mixes flour, sugar, labor, the resources required to actually create, transform the resources into the products that being bred. Can anyone say, maybe over the mic or in chat, what is the transformation process? What are the inputs, transformation, and outputs of, say, a law firm? What are the inputs, the transformation and outputs, the resources, transformation, and products of a law firm?
Skilled labor.
Skilled labor, what resources, okay?
Yes, and then business is of course labor. I guess just people that are going to court, people helping people in need and all that type of stuff. And then your product, I guess, can also be the same. I guess you can put those two together there. Your services or your products there.
Yes. So you actually explained it quite well. I just want to expand on the products or the outputs. What do consumers gain usually when they pay a lawyer to litigate for them, or whatever it might be? What is there to gain for the consumers, the customers of the clients of a law firm? Yes, I see someone raising their hand. I just don't know what your name is.
My name is Sean. That would be legal advice.
Yes, it could be legal advice, as simple as legal advice, depending on in which situation you are. Thank you, Sean. And then that is the transformation process of a law firm, very simply. If you look at something like TFG, the Foschini Group, if you can see there, all the stores that they own, obviously a lot of transformation processes there. High Online is a technology-based store, Sports in Total Sports, probably more aimed at sports and sportswear. You have the Bed Store, Relay Jeans, Stearns and American Swiss, that's jewelry. Choreographed, Valps, maybe more to do with homeware, with At Home, Jet and Jet Home, which is a more recent acquisition they made a few years ago after, can't remember what the Edgar's Group was listed. Was it listed as Edgar's Group or something on the JSE, as they, well, they were struggling before COVID-19, but became almost completely bankrupt after COVID-19, the lockdowns. Fushini, Volps, and stuff like that. And you can see on the integrated report, and that's another tip for you guys, if you ever need references or examples or anything in any of your assignments, type into Google annual integrated report, and then whichever company, large company is available in South Africa, that being Pick n Pay, Shoprite, the Fushini Group in this case, Naspers, which is the largest company by far in South Africa, Sasol, all of these large companies listed on Johannesburg Stock Exchange, they bring out annual reports that you can use as references, and these are credible sources. Why are these credible sources? Because these companies show you how they operate annually, how much money they made, how much money they lost, what their goals are for the next year, 5 years, 10 years, what their vision and mission statement are. You can see there the purpose, vision, and values. Which regions are they aiming at, etc., etc., etc. So these are very useful sources, especially for business management, as you can use as supplements to your textbook for referencing. So if you type in annual integrated report and say the Fushini Group, Naspers, Pick n Pay, or whatever, and there are hundreds of companies listed on JSE, you can use these as references. So what are the different transformation processes happening at the Fushini Group? Let's use an easy one. Let's use JET as an example. You guys used what the law firm would be. What do you think is JET's transformation process? What are all the inputs? Let's start with the inputs. What are all the inputs required from JET to produce their product? What are all the resources?
Machinery.
What do they need machinery for?
For making clothes.
Do you think JET makes clothes, or do you think they procure clothing or clothing from suppliers?
I wouldn't be 100% sure, but if they were to be making clothes and have a factory or so, they would. And if they were importing it from, let's say, China, then that's exactly your input, just costs of products. Okay, so let's talk about the machinery and procurement of the products they sell from China, if they get it from China. How do I get these people? Don't you think we need a skilled labor or skilled laborers to find these suppliers or be able to produce these clothes, work the machinery and stuff like that? So obviously human activity is needed, yes? In case of a factory, in a factory setting, machine operators, etc., and production line workers would be necessary. And in case of sourcing items from China, let's say, then you would need to pay somebody to be able to source products. Yes, thank you, Matthew. So these are all part of your inputs, and you should be able to either via logistics or via transportation company get these at the stores or to a distribution point to get to the stores. And you also need some sort of logistics manager or group or department necessary for that. You need people in the sales floor, cashiers and stuff, and salespeople on the floor to be able to sell the products and stuff. People needing there to be able to sell the end goal, the actual clothing based on their target market. Based on what we've discussed so far, what type of product or service do you think you would be able to make money from? I want you to write down a few ideas that you might have. I'm just going to give you guys a few minutes. It can be based on your degree, law, anything like that. Or maybe there's a part of law where you think you can actually make money. For example, my one friend is a lawyer at
what's that company in Johannesburg? They were in Denzel, and he's part of the team that does the contracts for the contracts that go between the airliners and the airport. So obviously there's a lot of money in that, but he's part of that team that does that contract. So obviously that's a way to make money. But what do you guys think? I'm going to give you guys, what's the time now? 22. So I'm going to give you guys 3 to 4 minutes, and I just want you to write something down that you think you'd be able almost from day one to make money. And then I want a bit of a discussion surrounding that. Okay, guys, any ideas on what you guys can sell? And I want you guys to be open and honest. Sharing information is very important for our research, but for managing a business effectively or within a business like a law firm. Any ideas on a business ideas, law related or not? Anyone willing to share?
I'll stick my hand up again.
Thank you, Matthew.
Just a stupid examples like a website designer. You'd be trading your time and labor, as well as you'll have to include your operational costs in there somehow into developing a product such as a website for a company, and then in in your transformation, that would of course be labor as well, because if you're doing it yourself. And then product is management and the creation of a website for a small business or larger business, for example.
Yes, I think a website designer could be useful, especially for a smaller business. I notice quite often that smaller businesses usually don't update their websites regularly as well. So it could actually be, it can be like a once-off project type thing where a company pays you a certain amount to build a website for them that's related to their services, and that can be attractive to consumers and easy for consumers to use and access their products and or services. But it can also be subscription based, maybe like a small fee outside the project fee for the original website, where you can maybe stay up to date with, or keep the business up to date with new product offerings or service offerings, and update the look of the website slightly as they grow through the months and years, etc. You think that would work, Matthew?
Yes, what I've seen is businesses generally have a contract with website designers that keep updating and fixing bugs and over time. So I think that would be the thing that could go on for an extensive time, like a monthly payment or something like that.
Yeah, and like you said, to fix bugs and stuff like that, because again, if I'm a small business that that operates maybe within what would be something simple, maybe I'm just an electrician that as a small business in, say, Johannesburg, I'm doing well for myself and stuff like that, but I don't know anything about website design and stuff like that. So obviously, I don't know how to design and update and stuff a website, but on the flip side, how am I going to find the person that I can trust, that knows what they're doing and can update and do their job? No, I'd rather just pay a business to do that. They'd have more resources, and it probably would be, at the end of it, be cheaper for me. Similar to small businesses using accounting firms, they'd rather pay an accounting firm than an accountant, because a business that does accounting, you pay maybe a few $1,000 a month to do the books for you, as opposed to you doing it yourself or paying an accountant tens of thousands of rands for your business to do the books for you. I think in that way it's quite similar. Thank you, Matthew. Anyone else want to share their business idea? Yes, Sean. Thank you. Sorry, you're on mute, Sean.
Sorry about that. I thought I pressed the button. I think being in law would be great to go into something writing prenuptial agreements for marriages. I think that's where I would start off with.
Why do you think that would be lucrative? Why do you think you'd be able to make money from that?
Well, because I've heard that the law will be not only changing, it will be amended to approve that divorce cases, some prenup contracts will be more stringently looked at as in the past. So I think a prenup would be good.
Okay, if something like the law changes like that, and you can get ahead of the curve and be able to better serve in that case, in whatever way it's going to change, then obviously you'd be able to make money from that.
I think so.
Even like doing prenups, I see there's quite a few law firms that have already set up contracts that's basically like a model or framework for a prenuptial agreement that you can just buy off their website. Basically, you just have a few interactions with a lawyer. It's at a very cheap price, as opposed to paying a lawyer full out, probably double the fee or more, to write up a personal prenup for you. So that's another consideration. We're almost done, guys. There's 10 minutes left. I'm not going to be able to make it through the entire remainder of the slides, but learning unit 2, more to do with entrepreneurship. But what I actually want us to focus on just for Learning Unit 2 now is, I just want to get this correct slide. Yeah, okay, it's the slide, yeah. So what I want you guys to quickly reflect in 5 minutes. So entrepreneurs have been described as people who are creative, innovative, identify opportunities, find resources to be able to make a profit, take financial risk, bring about change, growth, wealth in the economy, re-energize economies to create jobs, to be able to start, manage, and grow sustainable small businesses or otherwise. Entrepreneurial traits or the characteristics of an entrepreneur: achievement, motivation. They are motivated to continually achieve new goals, build new goals, and obviously just be ambitious in general. And they continually want to grow. They have an internal locus of control. They have a very good understanding of who they are, how they fit within society, and how they are as leaders, managers, or just entrepreneurs in general. They're very innovative and creative. They are able to identify new areas, like Matthew and Sean has done now, to be able to identify areas where they can actually make money, maybe put a spin on an existing idea to be able to make money, etc. And I think the more important thing, which I think people that might not be entrepreneurially, um, that might be entrepreneurial, but some entrepreneurs are not willing to take risks. Obviously, calculated risks. Inherent to risk is that you know what the possible outcomes are. It's not like it's uncertainty. Risk taking means that I'm able to make money. Yes, I might be losing money now, or I might lose a lot of money, but I'm take the risk because the opportunity cost, the benefit from it would outweigh the negative thereof. And then these are just other traits. What I want you quickly to do in a few minutes, in about 3 minutes, from a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate each of the traits in yourself? Are you a person that continually wants to grow? Do you have a good internal locus of control? Are you comfortable with yourself? Are you comfortable with your emotions and how you are with other people? Are you innovative and creative? And are you willing to take risks? And next to each of your rating, I want you to be honest, because this is just for you guys. I want you to evaluate yourself. Next to the rating, write down an example of each trait or how you can start developing these traits if you think maybe you're not as great of a risk taker as you think you should be. So I'm going to give you guys 3 minutes, and then we're going to quickly end off the session. Okay, guys, I hope each of you gave yourself a rating out of 10 for each of it. I hope you guys are honest about the rating. And I hope next to the rating that you're able to see how you can either improve or just an example of maybe you're 10 out of 10 in terms of achievement motivation. You're a person that always wants to do better, improve, achieve the next goal, move on to the next thing. So you can improve as a person, as I hope we all are. Just to end off today's session, any questions regarding the content that we covered so far? Any questions regarding ARC? Your Ask Task will be under this folder in ARC. You'd see Ask Task 1 should be available in the next 5 minutes or so. If you want to try and do that, I'm not sure if you have another class after this. You're more than welcome to attempt that now. It is unlimited attempts. I'll just quickly make sure that it is unlimited attempts that are made it available. I want you guys to do as well as possible. Any questions from your side? Otherwise, guys, thank you very much for joining. I hope to see you guys in 2 weeks again. I hope to get some questions from you guys as well by email if you're comfortable with asking questions. Next session, I'm going to go a bit over, maybe a bit more over referencing the Harvard Anglia style referencing guide. They made a bit of a change from last year. But otherwise, enjoy the rest of your evening, enjoy the rest of your week. I hope you all do well in this the semester. And remember, if you have any questions, email me whenever and however you can. You can check the what do we call it, the module out, not the module outline, the semester outline is available on ARC as well, under either the welcome folder or the module information folder. You see it's available there. But just prepare learning units 1 and 2 for the next one. Maybe to attempt some of the micro assessments if you want to complete Ask Task 1 as well before our next session, which I think it should be due by the next session. Yeah, I think it's due by the next session. So our next session, I believe, is the 10th of March, and the Ask Task is due the 5th of March for learning units 1 and 2. So prepare learning unit 1 and 2, and then attempt the Ask Task. And obviously, if you have any questions on learning unit 1 and 2, please feel free to ask. Just remember as well that it's also you guys that need to take accountability for your work, your preparation. It's not like I see you guys, as an example, I see you guys once every 2 weeks. This week, I'm seeing my on-campus class 4 times, which is a lot, but usually it's like 2 or 3 times a week. But obviously, I can cover much more of the chapters and learning units and stuff with them. But for you guys as well, if you guys can tell me which areas of learning units 1, 2, 3, and 4 you're struggling with, then obviously I can assist with that specifically. But thank you for asking, Tristan.
Thanks so much. Appreciate it.
No problem. Thank you. Otherwise, any more questions, guys? Otherwise, enjoy the rest of your evening. Hi, Melvina. I see your mic is on. We started our sessions at 6 o'clock. Not sure if we are done now, but not sure if you have any questions for me.
I don't have any questions at the moment. Sorry, I didn't get the notification until just now. that it had
Uh,
started at 6, and then I had some internet issues in the area. So I'll go back onto Teams and I'll see if I can recap the entire session that you just had.
No problem. That's a very good idea. I'll also share a YouTube link with the session with the recording by tomorrow morning as well. There's also, I just shared it again, a WhatsApp group for the LLB students if you want to join that. I'm not going to be on the group, but if you guys just want to kind of like build a community, get to know each other, and if you have any further questions, always a good idea.
Great,
Yes,
thanks.
Asisa.
That is a good idea.
Okay, no problem. Mohammed, I see your hand is up. Not sure if you want to ask a question. Hopefully I said your name correctly.
Yes. Yeah, I just wanted to find out what happens in the event of load shedding or something like that. Yeah, with our lecture.
So in terms of load shedding, if you are you talking about if you're not able to join the lecture?
Yeah. Look, yeah, just let's say, for example, the lecturer has load shedding. Yeah, something like that. I know that load shedding is back now, so like I just want to know, does the university have some backup plan if the lecture or if the class is affected by load shedding or any other um, event that takes place?
I wouldn't worry too much about it. So just for me, I usually make sure that my laptop is fully charged before load shedding. I even over the weekend bought a power station as well, so that if my laptop's battery somehow stops working or whatever, that I have that as a backup as well. Most of your other lecturers would have something similar going on, or they would at least have their laptop fully charged. So usually the collabs will not ever not happen. It should always, the lecturer should always be there. And if the lecturer is not there, the varsity college make sure that the session is rescheduled so you guys don't miss anything. Or at the very least, the lecturer will make a recording of the session so that it is available to everyone as a recording, and obviously questions can be asked afterwards. Hopefully that set your mind at ease, but no, you'd never miss a lecture or recording just because of load shedding.
Okay. And I actually have another. I have a lot of questions, but I don't think you are the person that can assist me with it. But I'm just gonna focus basically on what concerns the subject.
Okay.
I have done previous studies before, and yeah, like I have done this business management also, and I know it's probably you're not the person that is going to you know
Yeah.
Tell me what to do or whatever, but I want to get the recognition of prior learning for the subject, or
Okay. Yeah. So you can was it at Varsity College or was it the other institution?
it was at the other institution.
Okay. So do you know how to log a VCSS ticket?
Look, to be honest with you, that is the problem. Like at the moment, or I think for the duration, I don't know. For the time that I'll be studying, I'll probably not be in the country.
Okay.
And I've logged the ticket and done whatever I was supposed to do. But yeah, like there hasn't been any reply. There hasn't been any response from the campus itself. There's only one woman that I actually am in contact with, and it's, you can only imagine my frustration. Yeah, like this one, I don't know what the title is even. But she would, I think she's like a register, like a lady that helps you register or something. And she's just been sending me on links or whatever. And there are other questions, obviously, that I have. But I've logged all those tickets and things like that. Nobody has gotten back to me. And obviously, it's not like I can just come in and arrange a meeting or whatever with the people there. So I'm finding it extremely difficult. And yeah, that is just my concern at